Hello and welcome back to part 2 of tonight's episode, Blades in the Dark. So, you guys have decided after acquiring some turf through hostile takeover measures, like killing 2 people, that
all in a day's work.
All in a day's work, you should probably get some gang members to supplement your crew to basically hold what you've now taken and want to take more. And I think you've decided to do that by trying to find the rowdiest, roughest, most dangerous people recently discharged from the military.
Yep.
And you've decided to do that by trying to get something on a judge to get that list. Cool. So, you have followed them to the Central Eliot Club. And you're going to basically, I think, try and social your way in?
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. So what are you wearing?
Schmooze our way in.
Schmooze.
Well, we all know what Merrick's wearing.
What's Merrick wearing?
His finery.
His uniform, is
My
it?
finest disguise.
Oh no, you're the uniform.
Oh, disguise.
I would like to... do I have to have acquired a disguise, or can I just,
Depends what you want. You can't just, dress up as a spirit warden, for example.
not as a specific person, but just, as a...
you got fine
someone
clothes,
that would fit in a lot more in Brightstone than in...
You got fine clothes, haven't you?
Yeah.
You can just wear fine clothes. I mean, at your current tier, tier 0 fine clothes would be like tier 2 kind of thing. So, you'll look like the shabbiest person in the room, but still better than most, on the streets. But you are going to, one of the most exclusive clubs. But as long as you get you in, that's the main thing, right?
What you are trying to say is, can you wear a fake moustache?
I will absolutely be wearing a fake moustache.
I think, I don't know, don't let me put words in your mouth though, is it to do with your special ability?
It absolutely is to do with my special ability. So when I use it says when I use a disguise or other form of covert misdirection.
Yeah.
So that's why.
What does it do when you use a disguise? What
plus
happens?
1 dice to rolls to confuse or deflect suspicion.
Nice. So you dress up as a fancy person, and
And-
everyone's like, "Are you a criminal?" You're like, "No, deflect."
Yeah.
And when I throw off my disguise,
Yeah.
the resulting surprise gives me the initiative in the situation.
Yeah, it was me all along. Yeah. Very rakish, very rogue. I love it.
Yeah. So that will hopefully come into play.
Well, you have a disguise, so you can throw it off.
Sweet. Excellent.
Cool. What are you wearing, Thadeus? What are you going to... How are you going to dress?
I think Thaddeus is going to put on his wedding suit. So he's going to dust it off.
Yeah.
Has
he worn it since?
No.
No. Okay.
Fortune roll to see if he still fits.
I mean, if you want, yeah.
No, he's going to give it to Margaret. He's going to say, she's got a bit of experience, in
She runs the
tailorship.
tailors.
Yeah, so she's going to basically, change the clothes. What do you call it? Alter the clothes, make it fit. But basically, it's just it's a black suit.
Add on some extra inches here and there.
Wear a little tie.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah.
What's your wife going to think about you using your wedding outfit?
While your sister-in-law's in jail.
I mean, not that it
Where are
matters.
you going out?
I guess
Where are
it
you
doesn't
going
matter.
dressed up nice like that when your sister-in-law's
I
in jail?
wouldn't leave the house like that. I'd get it bundled up. Yeah, so I think that's what he's going to be wearing. But it's not nothing fine. It's
Yeah. Okay, so what load are you taking dressed like this?
it's got to be light.
Light
It's
load.
got to be absolutely light.
Light load.
Light load. So that gets us 4 items.
4 items. You get your +2, right?
We got a Hawker's rigging.
Yeah, so 4
full
items.
one. Yeah.
Nice.
We've got
nice,
something
nice.
strapped to our legs.
Yeah,
We'll figure out what it is later.
absolutely. So, engagement roll. You get 1 dice for sheer luck.
Sheer luck!
Is the plan particularly bold or daring? I mean, you guys have got a habit of bold. I love it. It's just straight in there. It's find the judge and blackmail, and we'll do something. So I think it's +1 for the boldness. Is the plan hitting an enemy where they're weakest? No, not really. Is it contingent on many factors? No. Any major advantages? No. Major disadvantages? Yes. You're not fine, you're not rich, you're not noble, so you lose a dice for that.
Oh.
So I think it's a 1 die engagement roll.
It's a 1 die engagement roll.
One die.
So the first obstacle or this is going to be is that you guys are basically trying to get into the club, right? You follow the judge to the club. Are you going back the next day, or are you going straight? Are you going straight back to get changed?
We just wanted to know where they hung out. So Merrick, you did the sneaking, find it out. prepare ourselves,
Yeah.
get the suit
Yeah.
ready,
Yeah.
get his moustache on, get the right moustache glue or whatever it is.
Yeah, I have to be wearing my proling outfit. See, my proling outfit's completely different from my schmoozing outfit.
This one's got a black turtleneck.
Yeah,
This one's got rolled collars. It's totally
Totally
different. Right, let me get my NPC list ready. Cool. So, well, unless there's anything else, I'm guessing we're going to roll your engagement dice, guys.
Alright, so I guess this is the knock on the door.
It is. Knock on the door.
4.
So you start in a risky position.
Excellent.
Cool.
That's how I like it.
That's how I like it. So, you get to the Centralia Club. So, as you make your way through the streets of Brightstone, have either of you ever been here before? And, not just following someone, I mean properly been here before.
I tend to steer clear. It's not Thadeus' thing.
Okay.
Is it
Yeah,
Merrick's?
probably not.
No. So,
Not
this
to spend any time here or anything.
will be more the kind of thing you're aspiring to, Merrick.
Yeah.
Especially you. Because Brightstone is home to many of the wealthiest and the most influential citizens of the city.
The air is clean.
It is. The streets are broad and paved. Not cobblestone, they're actually paved. There are bright electrical lights here, unlike the other parts of the city where there are electric lights or, candle, electroplasm kind of thing, splitters here and there. These lights do not flicker. They do not give out. They are bright and they do actually illuminate the paths clearly. You've been in Crow's Foot where you've gone out and those hazy light lamps are in the street, and they're little more than kind of like beacons in the darkness where you kind of walk from one to the other, and you can't really see. If someone's coming down the street, you just see a shadowy figure. Here you can actually see people walking to and fro. You can actually clearly make them out. The canals are clean. They smell nice. The water is sparkling, and it's even perfumed. It doesn't actually smell nice because it's clear water. The water is literally perfumed. The houses are fine, pale marble blocks with rich timbers and intricate ironworks. There are cultivated parks fed by radiant energy to allow the plant life to grow and the flowers to actually flourish. Lavish restaurants and cafes litter the streets, with jewellers, tailors and other luxury shops alongside them. Side street vendors are forbidden here, resulting in a serene, spacious atmosphere, punctuated by the occasional carriage or marching bluecoat patrol. This is the kind of place where the bluecoats will nod their caps and say, "Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, sir." Rather than in Crow's Foot, where the bluecoats will most often be seen probably holding some guy's water, or your head underwater, and going, "Are you ready to talk now?" Blah, 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 blah. This is like another world. And as your feet click on the cobbles as you walk through the streets to the Centralia Club, you've been here before, you come to a crossroads, you make a turning, you avoid the carriage, you stop, you let the traffic pass, you cross the street. You see a bright and lively couple walking down the street who nod as you walk past. Though complete strangers, the fact you're in Brightstone and dressed the way you are, even if you don't necessarily have the same wealth or money as them, at least in appearance, it seems to be you're one of us, so welcome. Just that general self-righteous, pompous, good day, sir. Yes, thank you. Excuse me. As you walk past on these streets. Exactly.
We'll imitate it as best we can.
That's a good point, that. Do you make a roll for that or not, or just ride it?
Let's make, yeah. Let's make a roll for it. I guess I'm consulting.
Consulting with the public.
Just with the public as I'm passing,
Yeah.
Good day, I guess.
Yeah.
What do they want?
Good night.
So I have 3 dice in consult now. I'm very
Amazing.
consulty. So that is a.
Is that bad or is it all bad? Oh my god, 2, 2, 3, okay. So as you do it, your accent comes through. And on appearance, you look okay.
Yeah.
Like a poorer citizen of Brightstone, a very poor citizen of Brightstone. But a citizen of Brightstone nonetheless, you're wearing nicer clothes. And, they're like, "Good day," and you're like, "Oh yes, good day," and you're like, And straight away, it's your accent's giving you away, and these, uptight folk hasten their steps to pass you, and then, once you are past, they kind of, can carry on with their evening.
Yeah.
But
it's not helping.
It's not helping. So as you make your way through the streets, you come to the Centralia Club, which has several marble steps leading up to it, white marble. You see at the front of the door is stood outside, but under a kind of parlour archway, is a white-gloved, black-suited man. He has his hair fine combed with a very sharp parting in the left-hand side. Bit of salt and pepper, grey and white going on. Bit of black in there as well. Looks to be somewhat, maybe in his 40s, probably similar age to you, Thadeus, but worlds apart in terms of demeanour and
social
status. Even this servant in Brightstone has the airs and graces of nobility, it seems. So as you approach, not quite sure what to do or how you go about this. You watch the judge, you see this Merrick, who just literally walked up and was let in because he's recognised. This is the kind of place where the entrance on either side of the stairs has red velvet ropes leading up to it. And there's no to hide. It's a big, spacious walkway. You go under the arch. Lamps light the way quite well. The garden is well maintained. Small trees and finely cut lawn either side. So as you walk up the steps,
Yeah, let's just go to walk in, I guess.
the gentleman there with his hands behind
That's
his
what we've
back
seen others do.
stood there, right?
I'll nod at him. Hello.
He nods back.
Try and walk past.
He gently holds his arm out to bar you away. Good evening, sirs.
Good evening.
I do not believe we have had the pleasure previously.
No, we are new. They said they were sorting out our membership.
Can I take your name, please, sir? And he pulls out now from the side. He's got one of those like ledgers. What are they called? Like lecterns. So it's like some kind of like lectern, and you see he's got a book. So with the judge, you see he never even glanced at it. He clearly knew the fellow by face, so by sight. With this one, he now turns to it, and it spins on this bit of a piece of machine at the bottom. You can't see the wheels or pulleys, but it turns it to him. And as you see now, there's obviously a list of names there. And he pulls out his pen. He licks his gloved hand and kind of turns a page and goes, "Sorry, sir, your name was?" And he looks you up and down. Gives nothing away. No, like, oh, distasteful. Nothing like that.
No.
Strict professional. But he just looks you up and down. He takes the full measure of you.
Can I propose a flashback?
Yeah.
Like maybe the day before when you were prowling, you paid off the unless it's this guy, it's probably a different one because we can't rewrite history. But
Yeah,
like,
you can't rewrite history.
it was another doorman.
Yeah.
And perhaps like you paid him off to put our names down in the book.
It's a fucking good flashback.
Yeah.
Do you want me to do it, or you're there?
Who would have done this? Who would have done
I would have done it because I was there.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would be me.
Okay, cool. So, just make a roll for me. How would you have convinced this? When you when you bribed the guy who was there, how did you do it? Did you intimidate him? Did you command him? Did you sway him? What? Just to see, basically, how it's gone about. It's happened. That's the flashback. It's done. Just to have some repercussions. Let's see what happens.
Do you have probably a sway?
A sway. That's what you do,
consort.
right? You are a silver-tongued devil.
Manipulating him to just like.
So we'll say risky standard for this flashback, just to see what would have happened.
Okay.
I have no devil's bargains.
How many stress is it? Is it one?
It's one stress.
One stress.
So sway. That's a 2 and a 3. I cannot roll tonight.
We had 3 in sway.
Wow.
We had 3 in sway.
No, 3 in consort.
Okay, so he tells you that it will take a whole coin for him to do it.
Spend it.
Now you can either do it and trust him, or you can say no, pay him less. Like you can try and negotiate and bargain with him, but it's happened, and we'll just see what he's put.
What you can do.
Yeah. Basically, effectively here, the coin will bump it up to a 4 or 5, which is a success. If not, he'll still do it. And you've given possibly, yeah.
Let's spend the coin.
You spend the coin.
Let's spend the coin.
So you grease his palm. The folk here in Brightstone, you have expensive taste, my friends.
Yes, of course.
So that's the flashback.
Bit of a bribe.
You bribed a fella to write in. Okay,
Yep.
cool. What name did you give him?
Certainly not our real name or my fake name. Probably something noble sounding.
Come on, give Thaddeus a proper flowery name.
Enoch Bartholomew. Thaddeus.
Bartholomew's a great
Enoch is quite down to it. I think it would be more. Let me get my
Homer.
Not over.
Isaac, Jasper, Marcellus,
Lafayette.
Lafayette Bartholomew.
Yeah.
The third.
The third, yeah. And as the doorman says that, Thadeus like looks at the corner of his eye.
What have you got, Merrick? Do you want Neruvian? Want me to give you a Neruvian? Or
Yeah,
give you a
something quite Ruvian.
Neruvian. How about Ibrahim or Krush, Medhi, Yusuf?
Ibrahim.
It's with an E, Ibrahim. So that's the first name and his surname. Ibrahim. Ooh. Khorasani.
Ibrahim Khorasani.
Yes, or Pavlali.
I think Ibrahim Khorasani sounds right. Ibrahim Khorasani.
So they're the names you give to the gentleman.
Yep.
Cool. There's gonna be a roll here. It's how do you want to deliver this? Do you want to act all like, how dare you question us? Our names are right there and command it.
No, I think it's more like there must be some misunderstanding. Obviously, our names are in there. You know.
Yeah.
I don't think we're being antagonistic or anything. I think we're playing the win you card. I think more than anything. So I'm almost, I guess, consorting.
Consorting. Okay, so this will be risky standard as per the role of the engagement.
Okay.
So risky standard.
Consorting. 165.
I'll do that one.
So you do it, and you do it without repercussions.
Yeah.
So the gentleman. My apologies, sirs. Seems you are.
I'll look snooty. Thaddeus is gonna go like this, like looking like Merrick has taken me here, and I've been embarrassed in front of him, like like I'm his guest, like.
Yeah.
Not a problem, my good man.
Mr. Lafayette Bartholomew III.
The very same.
Ibrahim Khorasani. My apologies, sir. You are. It seems. Yes, new additions to our esteemed membership here. You said your membership will be sorted soon, and I can see here it is already being done so.
Absolutely, yes.
Your cards, unfortunately, I have not been given them, so I do not have them ready for you. But as soon as they have arrived, I will ensure you receive them properly.
That's not a problem, as long as we can get access to the establishment.
Of course. And with that, he then turns around. He opens the door for you. Enjoy your evening, gentlemen. If there is anything you need, of course, do not hesitate to ask.
Of course. Let's walk in.
Yeah.
It was awfully embarrassing, Merrick.
You say Merrick?
Oh, what is your fake name? I forgot. It's
Ibrahim.
Ibrahim Khorasani.
That's my fake name.
Yours is Lafayette Bartholomew III. So, as you walk in, wow. Just wow. You want wealth. This makes the Silver Stag Casino look like a pauper's paradise.
I am absolutely making mental notes for our gang hideout.
Yeah. So, as soon as you walk in, the first thing it strikes you is just the sheer size of the place. The ceiling is vaulted and arched, so each doorway is less of a doorway and more of an archway. So as soon as you walk ahead of you, it comes to a cross, and there's an archway here, an archway there, and an archway to your right. So left, straight ahead and to your right. The entrance hall you're in, for that's what it is, you see people clearly hang up their coats or their hats or their jackets. There's no security here. The establishment itself seems to be the security, at least for the clothing. You wouldn't be here if you were going to, steal something, is the general, seems to be the theme. Though you imagine any valuables and such are kept in a person's actual person. But the coats, the hats and the jackets, the walking canes, that kind of thing, a lot of them, if need to be left to the side. Though you do see a few gentlemen who have them on their persons.
I absolutely have mine on my
You have in yours, and you're using it, and that clop as it walks through.
Yeah.
The flooring is a plush red carpet, which your feet half sink into. Very thick, very fine. The general decor itself is chandeliers, candelabras. It's this gold and silver and this beige, kind of like pale beige, but it really accentuates the gold and the red along the walls. It's half tiered with marble kind of frescoes and artwork along the bottom, and it just screams wealth and power and ostentatiousness.
Cool.
You know, everywhere you look, there is some kind of art or there is some kind of decoration. You know, every corner has a cabinet, and in the cabinet are some fine china or some fine glasses or cutlery or just drinks cabinets. And as you walk through the main entrance, you see to your left and to your right are sitting rooms where people, men and women, are reclining. Mostly men, but some women are reclining, smoking, drinking, these kind of lounge areas, these lounge chairs. Large crackling fires. Traditional fires, not electric, not electroplasm. This is all driven by servants of the household who give it a very homely feel. The walk through, you follow the seems to be the main thoroughfare of people to immerse yourselves in the crowd. You go through the immediate entrance in front of you, and you see a large bar runs the span of the room on your left. The whole room, this large room, and the bar is that large. It has 4 persons behind it, all dressed in the same way as the gentleman at the front door, which is the shock of white on the shirt, followed by the black and the white gloves all along their hands. So nothing they touch is actually themselves or any fingertips or anything like that. Everything is clean, and that barrier of if we make ourselves completely covered, we're completely, you know, the height of fashion and luxury and refinement, you know, as if the body was something to be ashamed of. They, you know, the hands, even though they handle the glasses, even though they've got gloves on, they do not touch the rim of the glass. They always touch the stem to give it to the person drinking it. So where the person will put their lips is not been touched.
I've got an idea, Dan.
Okay.
The clinking of glasses, the hub of the buzz of conversation, the crackle of a fire, what you hear in the room.
With like great wealth, usually comes like a level of hedonism. So they've got all the money in the world. They can do whatever they want with it. They like to open their senses to all these different, experiences. I guess like that's the one thing they haven't got. You know, they want to. I don't know. Hopefully, maybe if we could find like a judge who would be open or seems open to something like that, we could manipulate it so that we get him in a room by himself. Like perhaps I've got in like our drug machine, our recall. I've somehow like either paid a busboy to bring it in the back door, and it's there in the kitchen. We get him by himself and basically try and get him hooked on this drug, so that he invites us back to his house or something like that to get an in on there, and then basically we just like try and get in with him that way, maybe consort and schmooze him like that. What do you think?
Yeah, that sounds good. And then we can like threaten to cut off his supply if he doesn't give us the info.
Alternatively, we can get him in the room by himself, or not by himself, but like we can get him and his friends like doing this drug, and then perhaps we could like just give him a bad trip and basically just try and like threaten him and say we're not going to stop until you give us some information. Basically, I don't know. Maybe the good way is probably a bit more professional than the other way. But I think that the stage 1 is to try and talk or try and approach a judge and try and basically open the idea of this, and perhaps like find out whether he's open to something like that. I don't know.
So yeah, I guess we'll have a look around to see if we can see the magistrate as prowling or another magistrate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
What
guess
action do you
that's going
take?
to be a study action, probably.
Okay.
Or yeah, either way.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll have a look around.
Just to dim, I can give you devil's bargain with this one.
Okay.
Is that you get the extra dice, but one of the staff or some of the staff will notice you seem to be looking for something. You don't seem like you quite belong here. You'll raise a suspicion on a person, put it that way.
Yeah, go on then.
Okay.
Why not?
Start a clock, please. They're thrown out of the club.
How big?
We'll call it a 4-tick.
That's a short clock.
Thrown out of the club.
That is a very short clock.
Thrown out of the club. How many ticks?
No. It's just there.
Cool. Alright, so I'll do my study, look around, get a 6 and 5.
Nice.
5. What are you looking for again?
Either the magistrate I was following
Yes.
or some other magistrate.
So you're in a room with magistrates. So
Cool.
Find that straight away.
Excellent.
Nice 6.
Yeah.
The magistrate you are following is indeed here.
Okay.
Yes. Do you see the silver locks of the gentleman are quite unmistakable, even in the room of older folk. Because most magistrates and judges, it takes a long time in a lawyer's or solicitor's career to become this level.
Yeah.
So they're always old. It takes 20 plus years to get to this level usually. So yeah, most gentlemen are at least in their 40s, if not 50s, 60s.
Flashback.
Yep.
Right. I've got not a better plan, but like a plan.
Fun plan.
So if I set up this room basically, or try and get an area where I can set this up, perhaps you could integrate the group somehow, either via fake documents, or maybe you could be a law fanboy or something like that, and start talking to this magistrate about one of his previous cases, because you followed him home, sort of what his name is and what he's about, so you could have done some research that night or something like that about his previous cases. Perhaps you could try and convince them, or you could say, oh, I've got a party planned in so and so room, I don't know if you guys are open to new experiences, and basically try and silver tongue him in that way, maybe.
Yeah.
Or maybe even some of his followers, if he's not if you get the impression he's not into it, maybe we can get someone to do it. So as soon as we go into the club, I think Thadeus is going to split off from Merrick.
Okay.
So in terms of the room, is it just groups of people sat at tables?
Yeah. So what you've got these as you begin to now to truly observe the room you're in. The bar itself is well stocked, and there's a large mirror across the whole bar, so you can actually stand at the bar and look into the mirror and see behind you and around. It runs the whole length. You see people kind of adjusting themselves in the mirror there, and it's got the wine glasses and the whiskey glasses kind of hanging upside down by the stem.
Yeah.
The room itself, and again, it's odd. It's got a real fire. Most fires are electroplasm. Maybe it's here. It's just the fact they've got the servants to do it.
Yeah.
They have it.
Yeah.
But what you've got are these rather large, high back chairs, very ornate. With the carved armrests and which have then been covered in felt and kind of velvet. Or leather, depending on the one, and they're around these small tables upon which we leave the cigars, or on the ashtrays or the glasses, and then you've got a couple of fires or smaller fires around where they're centered. So it tends to be this open area in the middle, where people kind of stand and mingle as guests, while having these smaller groups around tables and these high back chairs where people can lounge. And then you've got other rooms that lead off from this, which are specific lounging rooms, which are where you look in one now, you can see as someone opens the door, and these do indeed have doors. This is where private conversations will happen. You can see there is one room as one door opens and closes, someone goes into it. There's only space for about four chairs and a table in there, and you see 4 people bent over it in clearly and in-depth discussion. And again, and the whole area's got this just thick kind of haze of smoke at the top of the ceiling where it's all kind of congealed.
Right, okay. I'm going to do a flashback.
Okay.
So
there's a bit of music as well coming from a was it not xylophone? It was a gramophone. Gramophone, yes.
A servant is just cranking it constantly.
No, it's a battery. It's electroplasm power.
Oh right. Okay.
See, just the thin blue bright tube, which clearly says this is powered by electricity.
Cool. I'm going to do a flashback.
Okay.
So after the shift has ended the night before, I'm gonna try and collar a busboy.
Okay.
On his way out of the place. And basically, what I'm gonna try and ask him to do, or I'm gonna bribe him, and what I'm gonna try and ask him to do is get one of our drug machines. So the way our drug is taken is through a machine, and it's like a hooker tube, and it's put into the air. It's quite big. It's like this big. I'm going to try and get that into the kitchen, under a dolly or something like that. So I'm going to say, keep it in the kitchen under a dolly, and I'm also going to ask him to release for lack of a better word, a stink bomb in one of the rooms. One of the private rooms.
Yeah.
Do you think that's too far-fetched?
Not far-fetched. I'm just trying to think how do you do it. So it'll be 2 stress.
Yeah.
How much are you going to offer
Can I do a roll to determine?
Yeah, fail or not, this will be 2 stress.
Okay.
Try and do it because it's quite to get your stuff there from the handout into Brightstone, which is one of their wealthiest districts.
Yeah.
You have to do one of the cabs and try
Cabs,
not to be
secret
too
cabs,
not try and be too, I'm guessing, open about it. This is like it's like it's secure, right? So it's secure, so it'll be 2 stress regardless.
Okay.
To try it, and then you can try and see how much you can talk this guy down. You wait in the shadows. You find someone leaving. There are no real busboys here. They're all grown men.
Right. Okay.
Or women. This club is mostly men. It's probably about 80% male, even the servants, but they're all grown. Okay. This is where some of the elite hang out. They're not going to have like some kind of young kid run around it.
Oh right. Okay.
Especially for the conversation and the things and the way it's discussed and talked here. It's got these servants you'll know will have to have a degree of either discretion, or loyalty.
Right.
Because if you can get one that's got discretion, not loyalty, that's great for you.
Okay, I'll do it. Why not? So 2 stress, and I will consort with him basically. Okay. Try and make him. I don't think he'd be opposed to the idea if there's money involved as well. But that's what I'm going to try and get out of him by being friendly. Okay. I'm going to say my story is I'm trying to surprise a friend, and basically it's like his birthday, and I'm trying to, I'm guessing they're a bit shaky on letting drugs on the premises and stuff like that. Yeah. So I'm going to say I want to surprise him. I know how stiff the guys in there are, but I think he'd really enjoy it.
Okay. So you meet this guy at back, kind of thing, like he's having a smoke out back, taking his break. Yeah. Wait for him to finish his shift. As you leave, you kind of walk alongside him in the shadows, and Are you dressed the way you're dressed now? How are you dressed when you do this?
Probably how I'm dressed now.
Yeah. So you're still in Brightstone.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Make your roll. Yeah, so it'll be risky standards.
Oh well.
So as you're sitting there talking to the one of the younger folk, probably in his late 30s, this guy, kind of one of the servants there, just kind of like nodding along, listening to your proposition. And as you get to near the front, but you start to see one of the shadows where the light kind of on the front lamp hits the building, but it casts a shadow. The edge of the building casts a shadow here, so that he kind of stops you there in the shadow, and he looks at you and just goes, "You want me to sneak in a box like that?" Mm-hmm. Okay. Before coin.
Yeah, just get it there in the morning, put it under a dolly, keep it in the kitchen.
Okay.
Round outside.
Okay. 4 coin.
For a coin.
4.
4 coin.
4 coin.
No. I'll give you a coin.
He shakes his head, and he looks at it. And just as you take in the building, you look at the size of it, and you look at the grandeur and wealth, and then he looks at the way you're dressed, which is in your wedding suit, and he goes, "You can do more. If you are here, and if I lose this job, I must be able to supply myself to live."
I'll give you two.
You ask me to risk my job.
I'll give you two coin.
My friend, my job is worth more than 2 coin to me. If I am lost here, where else will I employ? Will you employ me?
2 coins on the table. If you don't take it, there'll be trouble for you.
There'll be trouble if I take it and I am caught.
Why would you be caught? I'm paying you well to do the job.
Let me just check something here. I've not come across this yet.
Oh god.
Just going to check something, guys. There's something. There's something I've not yet come across, and I'm really curious to see if it's possible. Interesting. Where's the flashback? Here we go, flashbacks. Cool. Cool. doesn't say I can't, but it doesn't say I can. So, because it's an action roll, I'm going to treat it the exact same way as I would any action roll.
Okay.
So he goes, okay, 2 coin. He seems to weigh out your proposition, and then agrees to it.
What do you think?
I ain't there. I think. I don't think he's going to do it.
I'll say no.
Okay. And he goes,
We need a new plan.
We do need a new plan. But hey, we're on the inside
to
now.
be fair, you didn't bring the contraption with you there and then, you just were meeting him, right? Or did you have it on your person?
No, I said how big it was.
Okay, so you were just describing it to him, okay, so it'll be 1 stretch, not 2. I thought you had it with you,
Oh, right.
which is why it was 2 to get it there, so it's just 1 stretch flashback there.
Yeah, I mean, the carriage was going to drop it off.
When he
In
agreed
the morning,
to it,
yeah.
So okay, it's just 1 stretch, not 2.
Okay, that's fine.
Was that you or who? That was Thadeus, right?
Yeah.
Did you drop off Thadeus?
Yeah, I'm on 5 now.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. So he kind of turns his arms and goes, okay, and then lights a cigarette and carries on walking.
Maybe we can convince him to get out in the carriage. Or we could just, basically just get a carriage. You know, just if they need a carriage to get somewhere, we could just make sure the right carriage is on the scene at the right time.
Yeah, I mean, you can get one of your guys to wait outside for you.
Yeah.
That's easily possible and have it in there. Give them a pair of white gloves when they're sitting outside.
Yeah, it'll be goat drawn, but you know, whatever.
Okay. So Thaddeus has gone to the toilet or something like that.
Okay, cool. In that case, I will do some schmoozing. Schmoozing. So yeah, I'll go over to the magistrate and I'll be like, I'm sorry, I'm new here. Do you mind if I sit down?
And he sits down. He looks at the empty chair next to him and looks at you, and he goes, "It is a free city."
Certainly is.
This fella looking at him, I get a good look at him now. He looks in his 60s. You're getting a real good look at him. He's got that face, that kind of soft skin of someone who's never really been in any kind of danger or hardship in his life. His skin is so smooth and clear in his age. You can tell he's had a good life, a well-lived good life.
Yeah, I'll guess I'll just start to make myself comfortable, like lean back, have a drink. I'll probably grab a drink from the bar or something.
Yeah. Sitting there, he's got a rather large cigar, right? Big fat one. It's not a chunky one, but a thin one. And you see, he pulls up his cane, and he seems to press a button, and the top flicks open, and a small light appears, a firelight, and he lights it with his cane. And then the silver top, and you see some kind of book, like open book, closes again as he puts his hand rest on it.
A book on the
top of his cane. It's like the handle where he holds it is some kind of like ornate carved book, circular, but you can see it's carved to be a shape of a book.
Okay.
But when he pressed the button, that top flipped open like a lighter, and like a flame appeared, and he lit his cigarette with it, his cigar with it, and then rests it down on his hand as he's sitting in the chair.
I'll say something like, that's quite that's a very fancy cane you've got there. You must have you must be quite you must have quite an upstanding occupation.
It was a gift from a rather grateful, we shall call them, a colleague, shall we say.
Ah, very good.
What brings you to our fine establishment? I've not seen you here before.
No, well, I'm new to the city. I'm really here to meet people and start, mixing with people who are valuable connections. Yeah.
Well, you've come to the right place for it. This is an unenviable den. As he looks around the kind of crowd around him, you see he's sitting on his own at the moment. Currently, he wasn't before. He is now. of thieves, liars, cutthroats, and mercenaries. So I'm sure you will make some fine friends here. If I do say so myself.
Mm-hmm.
Depends on the friends you're looking for. And as he kind of leans and laughs a little bit, he is pissed. You can smell it. You smell it. He's pissed.
Okay.
Either that, or someone spilled alcohol on him. But you can't see any stains.
Okay.
And he kind of leans back and takes a long puff of his cigar. And kind of blows some smoke rings into the crowd. What is it you want to do? Or what's the objective?
I've completely lost track. We were trying to get him outside. To come outside.
Whatever you want to do. Like you can.
It's not him in particular. You just know he's a judge, right? You were
Yeah.
looking for the judge's go. My understanding was you wanted to find out who the military judges were,
Yeah.
and then pick one of them.
Yeah.
This guy was just to find out where they went, right?
Yeah. Just maybe ask him, like, you've got an interest in military history. You know, do you know any judges around? You know, who would be, or anyone who would have a military, a good grasp on military history or something like that.
Or cases, maybe interesting
Yeah,
cases.
cases. Yeah.
Schmooze him.
Yeah.
You can schmooze him and just say like, so you start by saying what occupation do you kind of sidestep that question.
Yeah.
He did definitely sidestep it and just said like I was a gift and answered that like the cane but not the occupation, but you know what he does.
Yeah.
You know, you're a Merrick silver-tongued, right? He can definitely steer conversations and try and get him to say what he does and use that as leverage. Oh, you know, what cases do you do? Or, you know, or make up a lie like, oh, really? Yes, I know someone who was involved in a rather nasty affair in the military, you know, and shot an innocent and had to, you know, something like that maybe.
Yeah.
How do you think Merrick would try and find out who the military judges were?
I think probably just asking about like, pretending to have a fascination in it, because that was kind of the original plan, I guess. I'm trying to make connections with in regards to military history, I guess. So I guess I'll just consult him.
Consult, yeah.
To try and, basically try and get friendly with him,
Yeah.
try and get some information out of him.
So it'll be this will be risky standard still. It's not control. It's not desperate. He doesn't know much about it yet, so he's willing to talk, but he's not. You're not ingratiated with them. Being a hostile leader. So yeah, risky standard.
Okay. 6.
6, you do it. So what do you say? What do you say to him? Like just some topics of conversation or some pointers.
Well, yeah, because we're kind of on the topic of like making connections. I could just ask him. You know, is anyone that's like that has any connections with military history?
That's a rather specific interest. Why, pray tell, are you looking for that?
Idle fascination more than anything.
Well, with the that sort of business in Scotland finally behind us, and the Empire finally at peace and unified, there's been no shortage, in particular, of recent military interest or history or hangers-on, I guess the word would be. They're one of my good friends, and he gestures over to the corner. You see a gentleman with a short cropped fade, very dark hair on top. One of my friends there, Benedict, he actually presides over certain cases. Nasty affairs though. He's those men and women of the military who are not suitable for his discipline. Those who break the rules. His specific interest or area of expertise is to sentence these people. You see, and then he goes into a long lecture about how military law is different to Doskvol law. Because the military, of course, have their own code of conduct. You cannot kill someone in Doskvol, but in the military, you are trained to do so. And it's just like, oh my god, like, you know, super way over detail.
Yeah.
When someone's drunk and they keep talking, they think they're being super fascinating.
Yeah.
You're just going over the same things over and over.
Yeah, that's what Merrick's got. Like, it's got this guy to start rolling with, but he's picking up on the information he needs.
Yeah.
It's Benedict. It's that guy, that judge.
Could you perhaps introduce me?
I mean, certainly. What your name was?
Ibrahim.
Ibrahim. Heruvian.
Heruvian
by name and Heruvian by skin colour, of course.
Fight.
Yes. This guy's white as they come, man. White as they come. But the Heruvians are very rich and very well respected in Doskvol. This is not a bad thing for you. My name is Jasper. Jasper, yes.
While Ibrahim is schmoozing, can I do something?
Of course you can.
I'm going to look for the dude who turned down my proposal last night.
Yes.
See if he's working.
He is. As he sees you walking towards him, can you please tick 1 on thrown out of the club? He sees you and he recognises you.
So, first thing I want to do.
Yeah.
These servants in here, do they have their own trays? Like each servant has their own tray which they're carrying around, or do they have any implements like that?
Well, some of them have got trays, and like.
What's this guy's job? Like, what's he doing in there?
This guy seems to have a rather interesting one. You're not sure what he does. He seems to bring and retrieve small boxes from the closed rooms.
Small boxes?
Small boxes, about that big. He seems to have them like finely polished wood, very dark.
So where does he take them?
So he takes them from, but he seems to emerge from a room out back where you don't see anyone else except the serving staff go.
Okay.
And then someone comes to the bar, you see this, and then he will go and say something, and you see one of the bar staff will go to this person he spoke to, tell him this guy will disappear out back, then come back with a box, but will take it to wherever that small room the person who requested it went to.
Okay, so I don't want to be seen by this guy.
Okay, you don't.
I don't want to be seen, so I don't want to approach
him.
him.
Sorry, Dan.
Sorry, I just wanted to see where he was and what he was doing.
That's what he's doing.
When he's not in that room which he retrieves these boxes, I'm going to try and go in that room or that place.
Of course you are.
Okay?
Yeah.
So like when I see like, say, a servant come out and
yes.
I think, it's dying, now's my chance to go, I'm going to try and judge when I can go in there and not be seen or caught.
Certainly, what act you take him?
Well,
study to see any times.
Study
to
judge the room because I'm not trying to sneak in there.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to judge to see when the best time to go in and then just basically walk in. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I think this is controlled.
Yeah.
Control standard because you're in there. You've got no reason not to look around. Like control standard.
1 dice. Study. Got a 2.
Got a 2. It's honestly hard to tell. There seems to be no rhyme or reason. You can definitely press ahead, but it'll be a bit riskier.
Yeah, I'll press ahead.
Okay, so what actually taking this time to do it now?
So I've started to go, and then I've gone.
Like someone else comes out of the room as you're about to walk in. You know, you intended to. You're several steps away. No suspicion's been raised, but you're like, oh fuck. So someone's just walked out, and you're right. It's not just one person to come.
Okay, I'm going to bark over one of the servants.
Okay.
I'm going to say, come here, like that. And I'm going, there's an awful mess in the bathroom. It'll probably take 3 of you to clean it up, actually.
Okay.
There's a commander roll.
Yeah, but... Oh, you're trying to get them to clear off?
Yeah.
So you can
just
go
a few less, so there's less people around. It's not,
okay.
You know.
So this is a separate role to get in the room. This is to try and get rid of the staff, right?
Yeah. I mean, I was playing it as if, like, I'm trying to give myself a better opportunity to get into the room.
This will be a set-up role to that, though.
Oh, right, okay.
Because trying to get rid of the staff, like, commanding someone to leave is not the same as going through the door.
Right, okay.
So you can definitely command to do that, and if it comes off, you'll have a better chance of getting through.
Right.
But it's not getting through in this role.
Okay. Oh, one dice.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so this will be risky standard.
5.
5, you do. Can you make 1 tick on that now, please, Dan? Because one of the says...
Certainly.
Certainly, sir. I've just come from there, but I will certainly take in... Have you just come from there yourself?
Well, yes.
I will tend to immediately. Thank you for making it aware. I was aware of it.
Okay.
He definitely thinks you did it. That's where he's like, I've just come from there because I've just been there myself. You go, okay.
Thadeus had definitely made a mess. No.
Okay. Looks a bit, okay, strange, but he'll deal with it.
Can I make another study roll to try and judge it again, or would you say it's a prowl? Honestly, I don't.
I can't see what it is, but I think you can do a study one now. It's fair because the circumstances have changed.
Right.
Because what you can't do is just do the same roll again and again. But now the circumstances have changed,
Yeah.
and it's less of it. You get.
Have you got any devil's bargains? Like another tick on there. So
That's too easy for you. Those bargains. Ooh, that's more of a complication than devil's bargain. Devil's bargain will be. I mean, the obvious one for me is that someone clocks you going in there. That's you should not a servant. No one's going to start the alarm, but someone is going to see you going in.
So
there.
I have less time in there by myself, or like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
I get like
better chance to get
10 seconds less time.
Yeah,
Rather than having
chance to get in,
a full minute, I get like
better chance to get in, but less time in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
2 dice.
Well, you got your set up as well.
Oh yeah, set up for a dice.
So 3.
Wow.
You can't roll.
Wow.
Merrick with all the 6s before. Oh, you got A6.
A6 out of like 4 rolls.
Yeah.
Like.
This is like me on Monday playing Curtis.
Just want to do it.
Your greatest obstacle tonight is a door. So
Familiar.
you get in there.
Alright.
You get in there. And as you walk in, where'd you go and what are you looking for?
Well, this is going to sound so stupid. Like,
Yeah,
so what I'm trying to do is, I'm trying to basically. I'm trying to get back at this guy for making a fool out of me, really.
Is it? Well, this is all revenge.
Yeah.
Oh my god! This whole thing, I love it.
I mean, obviously, it's Thaddeus.
It's Thadeus, of course. It's revenge.
I mean, he turned me down. He turned it down. I offered him money, like 2 coin to do it, and he turned it down. So what I wanted to do was put on, on these boxes he's taking in and out. I was gonna sprinkle some binding oil, like on. I'm gonna grease it up a little bit. And basically what that does is permanently fuses two surfaces until dissolved by alkest or ectoplasm. So when he went to lift the box up, he was just going to be stuck to his hand. He looked like a proper idiot.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Okay.
I'm going to try and do that, I suppose.
Okay. So this is what happens.
Right.
This is what happens. As you're walking through the maze-like interior of this lounge,
Yeah.
you realise what those boxes are safety deposit boxes.
Oh, okay.
This place is, as well as being a cigar lounge, it seems people of import here, and that's what the small rooms are for, can store things or retrieve things as needed, but there's a element of security to it. Whether how secure it is, you don't know. She was going right. As you are walking through, you step into, it's kind of a couple of crossroads,
Yeah.
hallways. What are they called? Not crossroads in a hallway. What is it? Just junctions.
Yeah.
You see one person coming, you step into one side.
Yeah.
You step into an alcove, and you just make your way through. And in one such moment, you realise there is a servant coming from the front and coming from the back, and you step into a room with no other option.
Okay.
Feel free to stop me at any point. But you're like, I'm going to get caught here right now, and I've not got what I need to find.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to try this door. That door's locked. You walk down, you can hear them coming around the corner, about to come around the corner. You try one door, you're passing pictures and paintings and busts of marble busts of figures you have no recollection of or who idea they are. You open one room, you open one door. And as you step in, you see something that's hard to define as you step into this room. Inside, you are aware now the person who runs this is called Harvale Brogan.
Right.
He is a gentleman, a young gentleman who runs the Centrulia Club. He is clean shaven. He has a thick mass of brown luscious hair which is swept back in very fashionable style, up and back. He wears black and gold, black blazer over a black waistcoat with a black tie and a black shirt. It's all black, but it's got gold trim and gold edges to it. And as you walk in, you see this figure, this humanoid figure dressed in that, but he's not completely human. What you see is jet black eyes, completely black.
Goodness.
And his jaw is so unhinged, it's a maw. It's a black maw. So it's all black eyes, but humanoid right down to just below his nose. And it's just jet black maw with a just row of shark-like teeth. And what looks to be like fire where the tongue should be. And you see in this room is another real fire. There's no electroplasmic fires in this room. You noticed it earlier, now you're seeing it here. There's also a real fire. And as you walk into this room, he looks up at you from this half humanoid, half demonic form, and it's got a drink in one hand. It drinks into the kind of a red or some kind of red liquid. It's hard to tell what it is, like red or whiskey, like a thick whiskey maybe. And in an instant, you blink and the vision is gone. It's a perfectly normal human sitting there. Perfectly normal human.
I think that definitely get a reaction out of Thadeus. You go, Jesus! And then look, and then see it's normal.
And now he's looking at you with a very dark stare.
Where am I?
You are somewhere, he says, the gentleman sitting opposite you. And he's in this room on his own. And the table you see in front of him, he's got several strange things on it. You're not entirely sure what they are. And he just says, they look like possibly stones with runic carvings. It's hard to tell. You get a glance at them, you're not more focused on him than the rest of the room. Just that instant fear of, fuck, I shouldn't be here, and who is this, what is this thing? And he just says, you are somewhere you should not be, and you'll see things you should not see, Thadeus.
I see my title goes before me.
No, it doesn't. I just know whom you are.
And who are you?
You do not ask the questions here. Next thing you know, you're back in the main room. You don't know how you got there.
God. Oh dear. Okay. That is freak Thaddeus out.
And you have perfect recollection of that. You just don't know how you got back in it.
So it's like a blink.
Yeah, like what you blink and you remember it, but a second you blink, you're right in the middle of the room. Like a second ago, you were talking to this strange gentleman, and now where? And what brings you to it is you're at the bar, and the gentleman goes, "And there's your whiskey, sir." And you're at the bar, and the bartender should put a whiskey in front of you.
Thaddeus is going to chill for a bit. So yeah, he's perturbed. He's not used to much arcane. Obviously, everyone's used to a little bit in Doskvol, but
yeah.
like Thadeus is not into it at all. Like it's very, very, very.
Stop reading my notes.
I'm not looking at the notes. I'm not.
Yeah, just grabs a drink and just like knocks it back.
Yeah.
And basically,
you've seen this,
just
Merrick. You've
thinking
seen
about
Thadeus go in the back room and come back out with like a bit of a daze.
Does he walk out?
Walks out.
Okay.
Walks out.
Fair enough. I'll kind of clock that from where I'm sat.
What have I done? No sixes.
I just rolled all the dice.
Roll 6 dice.
Okay, go ahead.
Not your point.
You don't need to put it up here. If the camera, this is hidden stuff, so it's nothing they know. It's something I know. Something's happened. I've rolled for it.
Cool. Okay. So I asked the guy to introduce me to the other guy. So
Yes. So as you see Thaddeus come out, it's like I'll let him deal with his shit.
Yeah,
I'm busy.
I'm
right?
in the middle of. I'm working.
Yeah. Are you doing your business?
I'm doing my business.
You're doing your business. Yeah. And the gentleman's like, yes, of course. I'll of course introduce you. Sorry, of course. Yes. So, and he takes you over there now. Jasper takes you over to his friend, and he's Marcellus, and Marcellus, and it's got all the old guys, posh old guys, have this same kind of accent, right? Like they all come from the same finishing school. He's like, yes, Jasper, Marcellus, yes, and it's this very old boy. How are you, my dear fellow, kind of thing. He's like, I have my friend, my Ruvian friend here, Mr. Ibrahim Khorsani. has an interest in some of your more sordid cases. Oh, I'm sure you can tell him some stories. You ruffle the feathers, you know. And so it's like, oh, certainly, of course I can. So, an interest in the military crimes, are you? Are you studying? Are you a solicitor, a lawyer?
Oh, personal morbid fascination.
Morbid fascination. Oh, well, we all have our morbid fascinations, don't
Absolutely.
we? I mean, they tell me now, if you've heard, that smoking is bad for you. Can you believe it? And this is like this guffaw, amongst them. It's like, only years ago they were telling you how it's good for the lungs, now it's bad for you. And if it is, well, we have to die of something, don't we?
Quite.
At least the Church of the Ecstasy tells us. He means the ecstasy of the flesh. So how can I satiate your morbid little desires, my friend?
Well, I'm always, shall we say, seeking reading material. I'm putting together a bit of a anthology of...
Oh, you're a writer? Oh, that's excellent. Have you written anything I would be aware of?
I'm not much sold in Doskvol, I'm afraid. Mostly Eruvian.
Well, you are rather cultured people. What he's actually not taking a piss there. He's quite right. The Eruvian is very cultured. It has that whole, Jewel of the East feel in Doskvol. I always get Doskvol and Doskvol half and half. It's always Doskvol and Doskvol. And it's true. Most of the libraries here will stock Eruvian novels, or Dagger Isles being north and being south, and Scotland to the northwest. More and more Eruvian titles are becoming quite popular, especially Eruvian crime thrillers are indeed becoming more popular in Akaros. So, perhaps I'll read something. So, is it anthology of? Is it inspirational material for your book, or is it true story? Is it like the crimes of Doskvol? What is it?
Yeah, it's the crimes of Akaros, and in particular the disgraced military personnel that.
Not a slanderous novel, I hope, for our fine city.
Not at all. Of course not.
So, I've dealt with some horrible ones. There was one fella several years ago who shot his entire battalion in the night, either believe it or not. Yes, rather horrid business. He sat in the toilet, apparently, and then that's what the reports say. And then his commander, who had been rather harsh upon him, gentleman didn't have the stomach for the military. He shot the commander and proceeded to systematically execute each of his fellow comrades. Of course, he was given the electroplasm chair.
Oh. I was hoping to hire.
Are there any that perhaps might still walk among us that were let free?
Unfortunately, so yes. It's a shame. These people, in my opinion, deserve no mercy at all. But the law is the law, and we must, as judges, distribute it as fairly as the letter of the law proceeds. There's one girl recently called Katia, a Scotland creature. All accounts, she was rather excellent. Her military history was quite impeccable for 6 months, and then she had some trouble, ended up in the brig. That's the wrong term, isn't it? That's the naval term. Oh, the military prison, regardless, anyway. And once inside, she couldn't get out. She caused more and more trouble. Bit one of her fellow guards' ears off.
Good Lord.
Yes, quite a gruesome creature. That's just scratching the surface. I kid you not.
How fascinating! It would be
like animals, aren't they? Animals. Did you hear the riots recently? Absolutely. He looks around. There's no skulls in this place. Absolutely disgusting.
Absolutely, it would be.
Welcome into our city. Welcome into the Empire, no less. You Eruvians know how things are done. Yes. These guys are awful, man. This is the worst white people you get.
Merrick just does not show any reaction to that. It's just like, absolutely, completely just agrees with them on the surface. It would be fascinating for my book if I could interview that Katya, was it?
Yes. Oh, well, good luck finding her. She's probably dead in a gutter somewhere now. She's released into the street. Someone like that. No chance of survival, in my opinion.
Well,
perhaps in something like Crow's Foot, where the animals breed.
There's an argument that maybe she shouldn't be.
Exactly, I agree. I'd send them all to the chair or the tub, And what he means by a tub is a very rare and very archaic method of execution, which is to put the still living flesh, not a corpse, into electroplasm. To kill both the body and the spirit in one. Very archaic.
Oh my goodness.
Not quite outlaw, but might as well be. So the tub is a very gruesome slang term for that. The fact that he calls it the tub, it's not a good sign. This is the kind of guy who's like, if you're not rich, you're scum. You know, and it's your own fault. You know, if you're poor, you're lazy. That's this guy's attitude. You know.
Yeah. I mean, that's fascinating. That's fascinating information. I'll definitely be sure to add some notes. So, do you have any reading material for my research, perhaps?
Nothing I can share with you, unfortunately. Such records, we shouldn't really be talking about it. And if you like a little noise, you know. But what's a few words amongst friends? This is going to be some kind of roll to see how he responds to it.
I'm totally consulting. I think I'm trying to get very friendly with him. I'm being like.
Because what you could ask him is like what his guilty pleasure is. Like if you get friendly with him, you can sort of like ask it.
Find the information and start turning the screw.
Yeah.
See if we can
I'd say it's controlled. You know, you're charming, you're speaking, you're drinking. It's charming standards. You know, it's not a great effect, but you know, you're friendly, you're ingratiating yourself.
Okay, so consort, 3 dice.
3 dice.
Wow!
Yes. 4. You got a 4.
Got the 4.
We're asking for reading material. Reading material. Interesting.
For my research, of course.
From your tone, are you asking like for records, really? Like,
pretty much.
Is it like
that's
reading material?
Reading material for my research. So.
I mean, I couldn't give you such a thing, but you know,
any
records can be lost and found.
Absolutely.
If it's for the arts, of course.
Of course.
As a patron myself, I like to frequent the theatre.
Which theatre?
Several.
And you know, usually I'd give credit to those that helped with my research, but of course, it doesn't not necessarily needed.
No, but how long have you been in the city, Merrick?
How do you know my name?
Scratch that. He does not know you. How long have you been in the city, Abraham?
Not too long. Barely a couple of weeks, I'm afraid.
There is, of course, something he could do for me in turn. To, a favour, shall we say?
Perhaps, if it is within my power.
There is a unseemly fellow. He's here tonight. Oh, don't look up. I'll point him out to you soon. He's a bit of a busybody, shall we say. You know how it is.
Of course.
I know when someone's guilty. I've been in this game for a long time. I know what I'm doing. But we have certain attorneys who think it is just to get these people off, for lack of a better phrase. It's not what you know, you see, it's what you can prove.
Of course.
And even if you know the person is guilty, you must be able to prove it.
Due process getting in the way of justice.
Exactly. Now what is the process for? The process is to provide justice. That's the very means and the fabric of our society. It separates us from the animals. It separates us from cultures like Scotland. Sometimes the process is now so systematic that it is a means unto itself. The very system that was put in place to provide justice now prevents it. So, there's one case I'm working on that I would like to send this person away for a very long time to give them the justice that they deserve. It's not possible to do so with some of the evidence that's being presented, falsified, false witness testimonies, bribery, but I can't prove it, and neither can my friend or my solicitor, or not mine of course, but the prosecution, shall we say. Slip of the tongue. Don't hold it against me. So if someone was to perhaps lose this evidence, or to perhaps show defence the error of their ways, to convince them that this person is better off not in the fabric of society, but rather removed from it, that would be a rather most appreciated favour amongst friends. And, you know, I have many records, and sometimes, as much as I would like to say mistakes do not happen, I am but human. Mistakes do happen. Sometimes records can be lost. Records can be misplaced. Records can be left where they should not be left before they are recovered, you know, and some of those records have awful stories. Things you wouldn't want getting out about recent military disgraces.
Certainly.
So, do we understand each other there, my dear friend Abraham?
I certainly think we do.
Yes.
We could just point me in the direction of this misjustice of this
Yes.
process.
It's the don't look to me too obvious. If
Of
he
course.
sees you talking to me and sees you looking to him, he'll know something's up. But he's a tall, rather plain-looking fellow with the stooped haunch just behind us by the bar currently. He's
I'm not going to look over yet, but I'll
Yeah.
look over in a bit.
yeah, tall, plain head with a bit of a kind of stooped haunch, a bit of a stooped posture. Yes, he resides in Charter Hall. It's not too far from me. I'd most like to take a cab back home tonight if you wish to liaise them directly, but if you do so, of course, make sure you're not seen. Though he is rather driven, so give him that. Credit where credit is due after all. The most and safest way of procuring this course of justice would be to have the evidence destroyed. The evidence he's being held in his house, so perhaps you could enter and dispose of it discreetly without being seen.
I think we are on the same page. I trust this conversation never happened.
Good conversation. We've barely been talking about your book.
Absolutely.
Yes. Well, if you let me know when it's done, well, I will know when it's done because his trial is tomorrow. So, I wouldn't wish to see it proceed. So, if by tomorrow, the such person in question is where they belong, which is behind bars, I will ensure you receive the research your fine work of art needs.
Excellent.
And I look forward to reading it as well.
Of course.
Yes. Gruesome details for you to embellish and write about, of course.
I look forward to it.
How may I reach you? Do you have a card or an address or forwarding? How may I reach you to send the information? Or do you have a driver or a manservant perhaps who can collect it?
We will return to the club.
Ah, that's excellent. I will. Do you have one of the boxes here? If you are new, you may not have one.
Yeah,
That
we
is
are
fine.
new.
Of course, I'll see to it that Enoch get you a box, and I'll make sure next time you open it,
Of course.
the information is waiting for you.
Excellent.
Yes. And good evening, my fellow. He claps you on the
Good
shoulder, and he goes to the bar. You see him talking to one of the servants, and he sees kind of gesture over to you, and you see he's getting you a box sorted, one of the air security and safe deposit boxes.
Oh, excellent. Cool. I'll look over at the guy who's pointing out now.
And you see that Marcellus has gone to the other end of the bar. And the guy who's pointed out, he's rather tall. He's probably about 6'8". He's a tall fella. It does look over to him. He's kind of and he's 6'8" with a bit of a stoop. So if he kind of drew himself up to his full height, probably a bit taller. He is quite tall, quite wiry. He's wearing quite nice clothes. He's definitely not as well off as the rest here, but he's still like, defense attorney. He's pretty fucking well dressed. They're usually quite poor. That's where like a lot of people started and they work up to prosecution because the government pays better than most criminals or defendants can. So, but yeah, this guy seems to be quite well dressed. So he's probably coming from money.
Do I get a sense that either from money or corrupt or like
either from money or new money. But he's not. If he's got new money, he's not from his job. Or the other flip side. But he probably wouldn't be working as the defence attorney if this is the case. In that term, he defends the rich and powerful.
Yeah.
There are some new money lawyers, especially solicitors. It's a new thing, the way the law is going. That defend like most now rich families, von Drakenbergs, they have barristers on retainer, not solicitors. So he's possibly one of them. But if he's one of them, the Marcellus wouldn't be asking you to deal with him. He'd probably ask the family.
Yeah.
To sort it out. It's that like inner circle of judges and lawyers who are all very well off have a very close network. The fact he's asking for an outside influence on this says this guy is either very idealist, like he's totally sold his ideals, or he's old money and there's something there that's blocking him.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Thaddeus is stood right in the middle of them drinking at the bar. So like you've got Marcellus in one end, Thaddeus in the middle, and this other fellow at the other end. Before he went, he did tell you his name's Seymour. Seymour Harland.
Doing some business.
So, as you stand there drinking, what would you like to do? Both of you drinking at other ends of the bar, other ends of the room.
I think I'll go over to the bar and debrief, like Thaddeus, of what's happening.
Thaddeus is just literally at the bar, like he's got his drink and it looks like he's just staring into space.
Are you okay, my friend? I realise that this place is a bit outside what your normal.
I've just seen the most horrific thing, Merrick.
No, this decor is absolutely beautiful.
See, I think I saw a demon.
What? we
Some horrible apparition. It was disgusting.
This is not a
I
conversation.
blinked and I was back here. A drink in front of me. I was in the back room.
This is not a conversation we should have here. Should we take it to the side?
I need to go. I can't be here anymore. I don't know what's going on, Merrick.
What did you say?
A man with black eyes and teeth, rows of teeth, sharp teeth, and flame for a tongue. Only there for a second. Next thing I know, I blink and I'm back here at the bar.
Where was this?
One of the back rooms. I don't like this place. How did you get on with him anyway?
He's leaning very close to not let anyone over here. He is willing to misplace some records if we fulfill a favour for him. I'll let you know all the details of it. I'll gestures him down the bar.
When does it have to happen?
Pretty much tonight.
How do you think we do it?
Well, he mentioned that he would get a taxi home. If we can arrange that taxi is one of our coaches, then it should be fairly trivial.
Get him in the back and we'll fuck him up. Yeah?
We shall, as you say, fuck him up.
That's what you want. That's what you want to do, Merrick.
The official title, official name.
We have to destroy this evidence inside his house.
Yes.
Or get rid of the lawyer. He told you. Whatever.
We'll get rid of the lawyer. We can just make him disappear for a couple of days.
That's true. We got a vault. We don't want him there, though.
That's the big secret hidden vault.
Glue his eyes together.
How's the eye glue going? Have you made it so that it doesn't blind them permanently yet?
Partial.
Who do you test on to know this?
Partial vision loss. Partial vision loss. You know. Beta testing. Okay, so like, how do you want to do it?
I think basically we go outside, we wait in one of the
Try and pick him up.
garages,
Yeah.
and we just like when he comes out, we'll just like drive up and
Yeah, try and pick him up. Okay. Yeah, that's how we're gonna do
Seems like
it.
a solid idea. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely great idea.
Yeah, that's what we're
I
doing.
just sitting in the bar, Merrick. Thaddeus. You look in the glass, sorry, the mirror at the back of the bar, and you see the flames reflected in it, and you just get it's almost like a face in there. Like,
You know,
it's hard to shake.
stay with me.
you know that feeling where you've played like a video game for too long, and like when you go to bed at night, you close your eyes and you can see it like running past your eyes. You know, if you play Guitar Hero or something like that.
I was
you feel
thinking
it.
Guitar Hero. It's
Like,
always
you
Guitar Hero.
feel
does
it
for
like
me.
running past your eyes. Like every time he blinks, he just gets like a like a flash of that face, basically. Like, yeah.
Cool. I love it.
So we'll go out. We'll leave the place. We'll get in there.
As you're leaving, the gentleman at the front goes, Mr. Lafayette, sir, Mr. Ibrahim, sir, I have your membership key.
Oh, excellent.
And you see now on it is a beautiful, it's like a diamond shaped, it's a small golden key with a diamond shaped keychain. Keychain? Not key lock, what is it? It's, what the fuck's it called?
Keyring?
Keyring! How did I spell out my head? A keyring. And it has your name on it. Yeah, both your names.
Okay.
Cool. Oh no, sorry, you went there, it was just your name. It's just your name. It just says
I was a guess.
Ibrahim Khorashani.
So that's the key to the deposit box.
It is the key to the box. He says, I'm sorry, sir, once the card already, you shall have them.
Oh, thank you very much.
Do we get the impression he was putting the stuff in the deposit box now, or?
He said once the guys
right,
have turned
right.
up,
He's
next
gonna
time
put
you
it in there.
return, it'll be there waiting.
We'll have to come
I
back
got it.
tomorrow night, basically.
You have to come back, is what he said, yes.
Yes. Okay.
Go back to this club
So yeah. Okay.
where this thing happens.
I'm not coming back to this fucking place. So when we go to the cab,
Yeah.
Thaddeus is going to get in a secret.
Have you brought Romina or a giraffe?
I love Romina. Romina's coming. She's great.
Okay.
I like Romina more. We've been through more.
Yeah.
We'll get Romina on side.
Giraffe's like, I never had the opportunity, man. So you got Romina.
Giraffe was too gruff. She was friendlier. She's more professional.
She leans in, she's like, do we need the items? You getting someone in? Do you want the, are we going for a deal on wheels?
No, not this time.
Okay.
Okay, the way I'd imagine it is that like basically Merrick's already in the cab, and then when it pulls up, like he goes to get in, sees Merrick, but then I'm sort of like behind him, and I sort of just put my hand in his back and like basically just try and intimidate him to get
Force
into
him in, yeah. Like, in we go.
Yeah, in we go. Like
Yeah.
Get in.
Okay, so when he comes out, she's picking him up.
Yeah.
You're in there waiting, you pushing him, boom.
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
I think I'll be wearing slightly darker clothes. I think I'll just like tone down the fancy clothes, just like just in the shadows in the cabbage.
Shadow clothes.
So you're just going to take your jacket off?
Yeah, pretty much.
Right.
Yeah, shadow clothes.
It's a reversible jacket. It's black on the other side.
That makes perfect sense for you to have that.
Yeah.
To have that black reversible jacket.
Absolutely.
Awesome. So, a couple of hours goes by. Gets a bit, boring this, and I'll waiting. But eventually you do see him come out. He's looking through the slits in the windows. You're like, there he is. Here's the mark. And you see him comes out. He's walking steadily. Been drinking, but he's walking steadily. And he's got this rather like long stooping gait that he, from his long legs, his long limbs, kind of make him walk. Take him. It's like his legs take his body rather than like him walking. If that makes sense, just because he's so long limbed. As he gets to the entrance marina, pulls up immediately, like beat another cab to it because she's quite a skilled driver.
Yeah.
She's quite slick. You've seen that on the right. She knows what she's doing. And hails him, but as he kind of half hails, like, oh great. He starts half hailing one. She's already there. He opens the door, sees you inside. And how are you doing this? Like, were you waiting like outside or in the cab, or were you waiting?
I was on the back, so basically I was on the back of the bag, so he couldn't
hop
see,
down.
and then I hop down and come around the back of him
like
as he
a
opens the door. I've got a pistol in his back.
Okay.
Under my clothes.
Make a what roll you doing? Because it'll still be a roll, but you're gonna get that's a setup. That'll be a +1 straight away.
To hide it, probably it's either prowl or maybe finesse to get it out. Like,
oh no, what role are you making him getting in?
Command.
Command,
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I'll go get the fuck in there.
So this will be risky. Still transferring bolting. Risky standard.
We'll need him. I've rolled such dog shit. I'm gonna take a stress to do it.
You got a set up as well.
Oh,
the pistol.
Yeah, sorry. I'll just roll 2. Sorry.
Just 2. Pistol on his back. Risky standard to try and push him in the cab.
Yes.
6. You do it. You got the 6. So you do it without consequence. You do it. As soon as you kind of stiffens, but as soon as you feel that pistol, it's okay. Here we go. It's in Brightstone. He's not too worried. If you're probably going to kill him, you probably would have done so. At least that's his thought. You know, if you're going to kill him, you probably would have done so. So this will be a conversation. So let's have the conversation. So he sees you, gets in.
I follow him in and knock on
it
the side to come back to the cab as I get in.
Yeah, and you feel the goats suddenly start clip-clopping, and it's a much smoother ride in Brightstone because the roads are paved. It's not cobblestones.
Oh, right, nice.
So it's a much smoother ride here.
I think our instructions to Romina would have been just somewhere quiet.
Yeah. So, as we were sat outside for an hour, we would have discussed what tack we want to take with him.
Yeah.
So either we're going to go down a disappearance route, or we're going to go down, killing him. I guess is an option. The other option is just basically scaring shit out of him. So, we can get him to the point where we sort of know that he's not gonna talk. What sort of route do you think we should go down with this, Merrick?
Originally, I was thinking intimidate him into not giving the evidence, just like beat him up, send a message type thing. But I don't think that's going to work with him based on how it's portrayed him so far.
Yeah. Why don't we just send him on like a crazy bad trip? Like, and just basically scare the shit out of him. Like, force a bad trip on him. Maybe I say we just keep him hostage for a couple of days. That's what I say. I say we do.
Like a 2-day bad trip.
Yeah, like we put him in the vault. We just keep feeding him with bad trips, and then just keep him so he just doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah, so he won't remember where it is.
How bad's the bad trip?
It's the worst feeling that worst thing that's happened to you in your life.
Yeah,
and you just keep reliving
and you're going to
that.
make him relive that for 40 hours.
Oh, we might put a good one in there.
I'm sorry, I understand. You want him to experience the worst moment of his life non-stop for 40 hours.
No, that doesn't sound
You're
right.
mentally going to break the guy.
That's a bit extreme.
It's whatever you want to do, but wow, I can't be fit to defend a kitten, let alone a criminal.
It's a bit extreme.
So where's your clip-clopper through the streets?
We could just go the other way, just be a really good trip.
Just space him out for 2 days.
Space it out for 2 days.
Yeah. I think the first tact is like
So you get in the cabbie,
Yeah.
what do you say to him, or do you let him speak first? And you
we
sit
just
in
start
silence?
rolling, and I'm just relaxing at the
You just sit
minute.
in silence.
Hands on my pistol,
Yeah.
but on the seat of the cab.
Mm.
We just roll along. So looking at him, seeing what his sort of mood is, whether he's is he scared? Is this happened to him before?
He's not safe, but it's more like you want to talk, let's talk. Kind of like, what do you want? Kind of attitude. Almost like a tired one, what do you want?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Does he seem drunk or?
No, anything drunk. Inebriated, but not drunk.
Okay.
He's had a couple of drinks, but tipsy. He's tipsy as hell.
Yeah.
I think Thadeus is just gonna basically reach over and start rifling through his pockets.
He kind of tries to slap your hand away.
I keep doing it. I just I look at the gun.
Yeah.
And then I go, "You want to let me do this, mate?"
My friend is very insistent.
What are you looking for? He's kind of putting hand away. What are you looking for?
Anything someone could use as a weapon. any documents to because I mean we don't really know who he is or anything like that.
Yeah, okay.
Like an ID or like to see what his name is, because I don't want him to know that we don't know who he is, but I want to know who he is basically.
Okay, so you do that, yeah. Okay, you do that, yeah.
Do I get an ID?
You do, yeah. His name is Seymour Harland, which is what you got told.
Oh, I thought that was
right. Sorry, I thought that was a
that
judge's
was
name.
Marcellus and
Yeah, Marcellus the judge. So Jasper Featherstone was Jasper Featherstone Gold hyphenated is the elderly judge to us, and you see, and Marcellus is the military judge, and Seymour Harland is the gentleman you have now, the defence.
Yeah.
Does he have anything else in his pockets of import or no?
He's got a wallet. He's got a few, a bit of coin. He's got a bit of coin in it. He's got a picture of a woman and a child in his wallet.
I'll say to him, how would you like to go on holiday for a couple of days, Seymour?
I wouldn't.
What if I
You've got
told...
busy arrangements?
Yes, I'm a lawyer. It's what I do. What do you want?
What if
He's just like tired. Like, what do you want?
What if I told you you had no choice, and then at that, like, I basically like put my gun away, and I've got my shock baton like between my legs, and I press the button, and it extends like because I'm sat opposite him, like it extends like between his legs, and like you see like the electric like running like either side of it.
Yeah.
And I'll say, get out of the machine, Merrick.
Interesting. He's gonna okay. Let's roll for his fortune roll. 3 and 5. 3 and a 5 for a fortune roll for him.
I never know if I should put the fortune rolls on there. I'm not going to.
Probably not, because that roll is great for the
yeah, we don't know what those mean.
people to know what they are. You don't know what they mean, so it makes no one else knows what they mean. Yeah. Okay. He looks at it and goes, "Whatever you're gonna do, just do it. If you're not gonna talk, just do it. This is about tomorrow. I know it is. I know. I'll find you.
You don't know who we are.
But I will.
No, you won't. Not if you're fucking dead. You've been rattling the wrong cages.
If I die, people come looking for me.
You've made enemies.
Of course I made enemies. I'm a lawyer. It's what I do. Make enemies on a daily basis.
Let me show you our product.
Doesn't seem too scared. He's definitely a bit like, freaked out, but he's not as terrified as you would think he would be. He's definitely enough to give back chat.
Okay. I'm gonna...
What's the best... What's the best moment of your life?
Oh, right here now.
I'm just preparing my like...
Oh, right here and now.
Oh, good.
But you fine gentlemen.
Cool.
What's the worst moment of your life?
When I got married.
I'll just keep... I'm just, like preparing it. All the paraphernalia for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roll on. I go, you're about to go on a wild ride, my friend. Give me a hit, Merrick.
How are you going to do this?
So, the way the drug is induced is that it's like puffed into the air and they have to inhale.
They do.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to rub some binding oil on the muzzle of my gun.
Yeah.
I'm going to stick it in his mouth and basically bind it around his lips.
And your gun?
Yeah.
Putting the gun in his mouth?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's sealed around the gun. So if he wants to breathe, he has to breathe through his nose.
Okay. You're so dark. I love it. Go for it.
So like
You just wanted to use that super glue.
What role are you going to do if you
Tinker to put the oil on the gun in a correct way so that...
You don't need to roll for that.
Oh, right, okay.
But what role are you going to do to make him... He's not going to let you do it. Are you going to command him? Are you going to try and skirmish with him, like hold him down? Like, what are you going to do to make him basically swallow the barrel?
Yeah, skirmish.
Skirmish.
Yeah.
Okay.
If he's going to fight back, when I start doing it and I reach over and like grab his shoulder and then I go to put the gun like in his mouth.
Yeah.
If he starts fighting, then yeah, I'm going to skirmish him.
Okay, so it will be head to head here, risky. Yeah, there's two of you. Risky standards will do. Risky standard. It doesn't lean either way for me.
I'm going to take 3 dice. Push myself for
He's stressing.
another dice.
Yeah, forget the stress. Yeah.
Because I don't want this to go badly. 4, 4, 3.
4, 4, 3. Okay. He takes your knife.
Alright, okay.
So as you're doing that, he goes to fight back and he tries to sweep the gun out of the way.
Yeah.
But you're pushing it in there, and Merrick, you see the carriage kind of rattles with the weight of these two guys going at it. Now you've told him that you're going to kill him, and that you told him some weird questions. He's fighting back. He's not just going to let you sit there and do it. And as you see, put some in the gun, and you start doing that with it. So you do it, like it half goes in at an angle like that. But you realise now he's got your knife, and he's got your knife to your throat as you kind of skirmish now, and he's kind of like trying to grab you and trying to hold, but he's got it right there. He has got that. As you're on top of him, you feel that cold blade against your neck.
Okay, as I've got like the gun in one hand, I feel around for my shock baton, and I'm going to try and hit him or like jab it into him from that side.
Okay.
I mean, he's probably going to electrocute me a little bit as well.
This is going to be a desperate roll now to do that, because you're going to carry skirmish him while he's got a knife to your throat. So that'll be desperate. We'll call it.
Desperate
standard. Also desperate because they get the swing and the reach on it.
Yeah. Skirmish again.
Yeah.
2 dice. A 2 and a 1.
2 and a 1.
I'm getting stabbed.
It's desperate and it goes badly. He puts that knife into your neck.
Okay, I'll resist that.
Okay.
This is you gone.
Not necessarily. I could get
5 or a
5 or a
6.
6.
5 or a 6.
Yeah, what am I rolling? So it's a prowess?
A prowess, it will be, yeah. So as you're going to do that, as you're still going, it's just the sheer weight and the force, and the cab rocks a little bit. He doesn't want to kill you. He doesn't. Right. But you're not backing off, so he's just going to do it out of sheer self-defense. And the fact that he's scared now, he can't open his mouth, his lips are stuck on a gun. He feels like he's probably going to die. Like, you've got a gun in his mouth, he's going to die, so he thinks, I'm going to die. So he's going to try and take you out. He doesn't want to kill you, but he's like a cornered animal right now. Yeah. So he's just going to just stick it in. So as you resist it, how would you resist it?
By shooting him in the head.
Okay.
Like shooting him through the cheek.
Shooting him through the cheek before he does it before you do it.
I think that's the only way I can think about it.
Yeah,
as soon as I see that knife, I pull the trigger and it blows out the side of his mouth.
Let it throw from the fiction, man. Let it throw from the fiction. I think honestly here, it's not something I usually do, but how well you roll will determine how much you resist, I think.
6.
God, fucking 6.
The 4 and the 2.
Oh my god.
So,
no stress. No stress.
No stress.
I'm going to say here, it goes to a level 1 harm.
Okay.
We'll put cut neck. Like not a cut throat, but just a cut neck.
So yeah, it starts bleeding.
Yeah.
Like...
So basically you feel it here. Because that was going to be like level 3, level 4. Like
stabbed in the neck.
Like,
He had a neck.
And you've got a decent knife,
yeah.
like a big knife. So as soon as you feel them start, like you're an experienced soldier, you've fought men, you've killed men in military, you're a seasoned fighter. As soon as you feel that blade start to sink, you pull away. You just have to get it off your neck. But because you've got that gun stuck, you can't miss.
Yeah.
You can't miss. So the quickest thing to get him to stop is just to pull the trigger.
Yeah.
So you pull away and pull the trigger. He gets a small slice on you, but he can't sink it in because his brains are halfway across the cap.
His brains get blown out.
It's gone out. And the rocker of the cab is just bang! Your ears, Jesus Christ! Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
What did you do that for? Jesus.
He's trying to stab me in the neck!
Next time, let him!
Marina goes, like, she will ask if you're okay, but she can hear you. So she's not going to ask.
Stop shouting, we've made enough noise!
You're shouting, but you can only just hear yourselves. And all you hear is
Next time, let him.
Oh man, that's going to take some cleaning. Oh man. That's like a cracked watermelon.
Yeah. Oh god.
Like, the barrel is shot through him, yeah. But those pistols, those breaching pistols, they're devastating the 20-foot range. The explosion in his mouth, like, the force has just gone. Like,
these are my finest fucking clothes.
Do you expect me to... Did you think I was expecting to get blood all over my wedding suit? Jesus, how am I going to clean this? These are my finest clothes. Oh my god. I'm gonna look out the window and study to see if anything's going down. Like if there's any.
No, but what Amina's doing is lighting firecrackers and throwing them for fun to cover the noise. And one of the blue coats goes like she's like going through. Someone goes, "What?" Not blue coat. One of the guys gets like some passerby protection. Goes, "What are you doing that for?" And she goes, "Scares the pigeons and the rats." And she's just throwing firecrackers to cover the noise of the gunshot.
She is good for Mina. She's very good.
Yeah, your jacket's reversible. You only ruin the inside of it.
You look at him now. He's got a sliced ear. It's not too bad, but it's dripping.
Jesus.
Like you're white. What colour is your wedding suit?
It's just like a black like.
What colour
Black
is your shirt?
suit, like with a waistcoat underneath.
What
White
shirt? Yeah,
like
I ain't white no more, man. That is some red, some fine red. It looks like a tie-dye red shirt, red and white.
What are we gonna do with this now, Merrick?
Ding, I guess. Do you hear the ding?
Oh, we need a way.
He's definitely dead then.
Yeah. You say that, look at his like half missing head. Yeah, he's gone. He's definitely gone.
We need a way to get rid of these bodies.
We do.
What are we do?
We could always sell to Greasy Joe's premium cut meat. Just joking.
Interesting.
We're still in Brightstone.
You're heading to Six Towers now. Probably one of the quietest part of the cities. And Brightstone can have some quiet areas, but Six Towers is less heavily guarded. It's still Six Towers is a strange part of the city in that it's a run-down, rich part. Like it's still really rich, and there's still some big height. There's still lots of rich people live there, but you know, Brightstone's is the new cool, sexy place, and his Six Towers a bit more run-down. It's like parts of London that's still millions of pounds worth, right? But it's just not as nice as like the Mayfairs and those kind of places currently.
Right.
Let's
make. But it's got some big empty houses there.
We can make this look like an accident. We take the body to his house, put him in his bed, and basically make it look like an accident. Put the gun in his hand.
It is stuck to his mouth currently.
I can use Alchest, which reverses any
cool. So you can ungrow it.
Yeah. That's the only way. Or you can.
As long as no autopsy finds the traces, you'll be fine.
Yeah, we'll see. Why does this dude have Alchest in his mouth?
I guess I'll hold up the picture of his like woman and child, the wife and kid. Are we gonna carry the body past these guys?
It's now stained as well.
Yeah.
Oh, they won't be in. Well, we need to do something, Merrick.
Let's just dump the body.
No, we need a better situation. We can't have this coming back to us.
Ramina's like, do you still want me to find the quiet place?
Oh, you know what? We'll just dump it. Half his brains are on the walls anyway. We'll clean all this up. Yeah, well, where do you want to dump him? I didn't think we'd need to come up with an idea to deal with bodies this session. I didn't think we'd blow.
You literally stuck a gun in his mouth.
Yeah,
and said
we're going to kill
you. I love it.
We were like in a jokey way, you know.
Yeah, he definitely found it was funny.
Yeah, we'll have to dump the body just in the river, like on the way back.
I love to think now, like in the cinematography version of this, like you just see the cab pull up from a distance, and just the door open, just the body gets dumped out the river, and it just carries on.
It's got like a slide door underneath the cab. Actually,
oh yeah,
just like.
Could you just park over a manhole cover and just in the sewers?
Yeah.
Okay, yes, you do that. So you park over a manhole cover.
Yeah.
You like the thing they make sure no one's looking. You pull the grate up and then you just bundle the body down into it, replace the cover, and the carriage drives off.
Yeah.
Nice and clean.
It's a good way to get rid of that, well, yeah, clean disposal. There's just got a matter of cleaning the cab. Marine's just like, I can't take this to work tomorrow.
Oh shit! Yeah, we might need to pay her off. Yeah, we've done the job, so I guess we'll go back to the Silken Noose.
Yeah.
And lay low, I suppose.
Okay. Yeah.
And go back the other day, the next day.
I mean, yeah. At least we've dealt with the situation.
Yeah. Cool. So as you get back, you do get reports that a couple of fellows in the rain-slicked, waterproof, not jackets, kind of like pullovers, like hooded pullovers, which is what the vultures wear, being smugglers, very smuggler garb, that protection from the elements and also hide your identity. We're seen eating Greasy Joes, and one of the guys wrote a letter saying, like, well, no, you told us to keep an eye out for these guys. I'm telling you now, like, they've definitely been here. They just ate, they looked around, they left, but they've definitely investigated. Like, we made our presence known, so they wouldn't, think it was, just an FYI. So you go back there, you wait the next day, you head back to the club in the evening. Yes,
in my second finest pair of clothes.
Yeah, it's a good job you've got the key to get in now, because the same gentleman from last night, he's working both nights, recognised you. He's like, Mr. Ibrahim, nice, so good to see you again. And he doesn't say anything, and because he's strictly professional, but you feel underdressed now.
Yeah.
Like, your second finest clothes are not nice to find clothes. No. And even your finest ones weren't Brightstone level.
No.
So these ones definitely are. 2
sets of clothes were in 2 weeks.
So you head in. Do you want to mingle, or you want straight for the box, or?
I think just go straight for it. I want to minimise my time in here.
Okay, straight to the box. So you go to the bar, tell them to bring it. The standard process, and you follow this to not seem untoward or awkward, is that you wait on the smaller rooms. There's plenty of them. So you wait on the little lounge room. That's why so you go through the archways. These lounge rooms have closed doors on purpose, which you can lock from the inside. And they all have a lit fire. Every single one has a lit fire, a real fire as well. And as you step in there, you lock the door. You do find that document inside.
Yes. Woo! Something came out of blowing.
So these guys now have a document of, I think, 6 or 7 recently discharged criminals from the military for various nefarious means.
Dishonourably discharged.
Or bad conduct.
I'm going to copy it down because, I'm just going to copy down the SCOV. That's the only one I want to copy.
No!
only Merrick's there.
No, I'll copy them all down.
Okay. Did you burn the original, or did you put it back, or did you do that?
He did imply that he wanted it refound, so can I I guess he's got a safe deposit box. Can I put it in his?
You can certainly request it. So I like this deposit in so much that the message in the box. Yeah, that's something you can definitely do. So you do that. Okay, great. Then you head back out.
Yep.
Cool. So what you do is the servant waits outside the door. So as you open the door, the servant waits there for you to take the box back. Excellent. You advise this must be a deposit in Mr. Marcellus's box. Certainly, sir. I'll take it back for you. Anything else for you this evening?
No, that is all. I have much to be getting on with.
You do see Marcellus talking in the corner, but I'm guessing you trying to get out there and not make any contact.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah. Cool. So you got that document, guys. So.
Good stuff. There'll be absolutely no repercussions from killing this lawyer.
No. Fine.
He was a nobody. Nobody liked him. His wife and son didn't really like him.
Wife and daughter.
Wife and daughter didn't really like him.
Daughter's about the age of your kids.
Oh, don't say that to Thadeus.
Thadeus seeing it's true.
That's a sick. I don't like killing people.
Blew his brains out. So, that's nothing else you guys want to do, I think.
No, that's it.
Good place to call
That's
it.
a good point. My fake moustache also got covered in blood, so I've got another fake moustache. I go from the same shop though, so it's the same bushiness.
Okay, cool. Well, guys, I think it's a good place to end this next session. So, as you guys now go back to the Silken Noose or your lair, and you start perusing you see Marina's outside, and she's got like a hose pipe. It's just like cleaning the inside. Like that, she has to do a few more pumps to get. It's like you can see it's some kind of like spark craft.
Yeah.
Like she doesn't like to force the water through. It's like a hydro, but she has to keep pumping it. And she sees you guys, she's just like.
I think like we probably don't need to roll this, but we'd probably go to Arden and just like get her a day off.
Yeah.
Get her a few days off.
Yeah.
Just like
Yeah, it's no problem. Yeah. So you go to Arden, you go to the cabbie boss.
Yeah.
He's still getting his little cut. He's happy. Yeah. Still over drunk, over caffeinated, overworked. Still bad at cards.
That's what Merrick likes to hear.
So yeah, guys, awesome.
Cool.
Social score down. Thank you for staying with us, guys. So we last thing we see is Thaddeus and Merrick perusing the list of ne'er-do-wells and scoundrels and the likes to
Crossing off all the scopes.
And yeah, man, good place to end it there.
Yeah.
Good session. So we will catch it there next week, 7 PM UK time, Saturday. Awesome. Thank you for staying with us, guys. Chris, as always, great to see you. Thank you. It does make us laugh. I do read them in the kind of quieter moments, and it does make me giggle every time. I do think 2 grenades tied together has topped it for me tonight. Like, 2 grenades.
That's the evolution of what's going to happen.
So yeah, as always, guys, feel free to hang out after the credits, where we will be discussing tonight's episode. We will do XP. We'll run through just general XP for yourselves, the crew, and just basically chill and chat for a bit. So yeah, hang out after the credits, about 10-15 minutes probably be around for. Next episodes will air at 7 PM UK time, right here on Guild of Gaming TV, on Twitch, or on guildofgaming.com.
Yep.
Which will redirect to Twitch anyway. When will it be on YouTube? If you can't wait that long and you want to watch tonight's episode again, or watch any of our previous episodes and catch yourself up, catch us on YouTube at Guild of Gaming.
I'll schedule the first part for 7 PM tomorrow, and
Nice.
the second part for 7 PM on Monday.
So you go, you'll have an hour and a half of Blades and Crime to watch tomorrow, and then finish off on Monday if you can't wait till next Saturday. Otherwise, we will have our new series, Betrayal Legacy, coming soon. Date TBC, but when we have it, we will let you know. Otherwise, guys, I think any other news we need to cover? Or?
So is the thrown out of the club clock, is that still there?
No,
or
it's
is
gone
that-
now. It's
Okay.
gone. Yeah, it's
Okay.
gone.
Ongoing, yeah.
That's going to be
you've
quite a
been
useful
banned.
asset, I think.
Yeah.
That membership card.
Yeah.
Man. You got it. You deservedly got it.
Just follow us on Twitter, obviously, to get
Yes.
all the shout outs and news about releases. And I
Absolutely.
usually do a midweek release, like a publication, which is I like doing. It gets good feedback, so that's always good. Follow me on Instagram as well. Do a lot of gaming and painting related posting, really.
It's actually a great point. We should probably mention. I should mention that. Well, you're totally right. Social media, Lewis is fantastic on it. It just flashes the word out. You can see like inspector reports, newspaper headlines, all sorts of stuff like that. It looks really cool, and I think it's a great way to flesh the world out.
Yeah.
Like Hemlock's report, I thought was awesome. I loved it.
Yeah.
You see how the inspector reads the crew, and it just gives you more of an idea of what's going on really in the world.
Yeah.
Awesome. Everything, guys.
Yeah.
Every topic covered. Cool.
That's the experience.
As always, guys, thank you for staying with us. I hope you enjoyed tonight's episode. A few commentations. We have had people ask us how to support the channel. We don't have paid ads, nothing like that, but you can buy us a coffee. What website is it?
It's in the thingy underneath
In the doobly-doo.
the doobly-doo and the blah blah.
In the blah blah. In the doobly-doo, there is a coffee. It's like you can donate some money. A couple of quid, honestly, guys, means the world. But you can buy us a coffee, and it will help stimulate our brains when we do some writing. So it's much appreciated. That's again, please don't feel like you have to. But anyone who wants to support the channel, we have people ask. That's the best way to do it because it comes straight to us. That's everything from us, guys. So we'll see you next week. But until then, from the murky streets of Doskvol, see you in the dusk. Have a nice evening.
Bye.
So yeah, hello again.
Welcome back.
So yeah,
Experience!
good session, guys. Experience time. Let me get some water.
Experience.
Talking all night. So
Yeah, that was. It was really calm, and then suddenly it wasn't.
Yeah.
it's always the way it plays. It always escalates and snowballs so quickly. I love it. That's what I love about this game. It's so cinematic and out of nowhere. It's just like
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, like Thadeus nearly got stabbed in the neck and killed.
yeah.
Like from basically trying to get someone to do some drugs.
Yeah. Well, that's what. Yeah, I love how that's what Thaddeus wanted to do. And what the guy seen was, oh my god, he's told me he's gonna kill me. Like he's put a gun in my mouth.
I mean, I didn't ever say how we were gonna kill him.
Oh, did you not? Oh,
No,
that's what he understood it
Yeah,
as.
he understood.
You'll just put a gun in his mouth. And
Yeah, and said we could kill you.
That was after he was being uncooperative. Okay, cool.
So guys, who wants to start?
Also, I took like 1 stress. I'm pretty good at stress.
But yeah, I don't know why. Yeah.
I guess I'll go first. Then.
Yeah, go.
Okay, so what's the first XP?
Every time you roll a desperate action, mark XP. No desperate rolls.
No one tonight. No desperate tonight. I
Just
think
one
it's
desperate.
one. Of course you got desperate.
Yeah.
It's not Blades unless you got a desperate. Like
Kill a bloke.
Address a challenge with deception or influence.
yeah, 2.
That's
Holy
definitely-
fuck! Like all the deception and all the influence.
Yup.
Yeah. Beliefs, drives, heritage, background.
Minimum of 1. Minimum.
Yeah. So definitely the one for the whole.
Definitely the one. What we're looking at here. So a lot of what you did, especially, you know what? I honestly think it might be a 2.
Mm-hmm.
Like everything in that club was about.
I think. Yeah. I think not only the stuff in the club being about like.
It was
what
like-
America aspires to,
Yeah.
but also there was a lot about Eruvia and his Eruvian background.
Yeah.
Not just
definitely.
in the score, but also in the gambling as well.
Yeah. Yeah, though even though he was dressed, absolutely, yeah. Like I just got Merrick just come through, yeah, absolutely. So yeah, 2 for that.
Cool. And struggle with issues from vice or traumas.
Yeah, didn't really struggle. You just played
Not
it.
really, yeah.
No.
Not really.
Straight 4 then.
Straight 4?
Nice man. Big 4, big 4.
Big 4.
Big 4 at max 6. Not bad, not bad. Not bad at all.
Address challenge with technical skill or mayhem.
There's 1 on the floor.
I don't know whether about. I mean, mayhem wouldn't have ensued until like right at the end.
It's definitely at least 1 for Mayhem, because like I think Mayhem like
I think, the very end was mayhem.
yeah.
I tried to do some mayhem, even though I failed at it, because I was trying to clue a dude's hands to box, but it didn't really work out. So yeah, I'd say probably 1.
1 for Mayhem.
There wasn't any mayhem in your downtime actions or anything, was there?
No, I mean I did a
It was all
long-term
quiet.
project, but I mean that's
Yeah,
sort of like different.
I'd say 1.
I think 1.
Express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background.
Definitely in 1, like the whole thing. Oh man, yeah, because you did the whole thing with your sister-in-law, the wife scene. Like, you know, when you were like, and you kept saying the whole thing, I'm going to get my ear chewed off, I'm going to get my ear chewed off. You went and seen La Rose to try and get her out. You went into
Yeah, that was.
to the Red Temple.
I mean, to be honest, the whole. I think in a downtime and free play, like I think it really fleshed his character out more than the actual
I think
score.
so.
But like, yeah,
I think so.
we had a good back and forth as well, like with La Rose and things.
Even when you like, don't tell Thaddeus about the wife and kids picture. Like,
Yeah.
I think so.
There's also a struggle with issues from your vice or traumas, and I think like a lot of that comes under vice as well.
He felt
Yeah,
he
that's
did
true,
He did
yeah.
feel obligated to do something about it. You know, like
Yeah,
when he was your
absolutely.
mate, you were just like, who cares? He's in prison.
Yeah.
Whereas like my family, and I'm going home, and like
Yeah.
I'm getting an earful every time I go home because you know her sister's in jail, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Because there's definitely overlap there. I think 1 for that as well. Yeah, so 4 total.
I love Merrick just not understanding that your family's an issue.
Yeah.
So
Like,
what? Just do this. Like,
Yeah. Okay, cool.
I was so hoping I'd get a trauma at the end.
You were so close.
I don't know what it'd be. Reckless, maybe?
If you got,
I've
and like,
started
say,
being
I'm
reckless.
thinking like, kind of like, 1 to 3 is this, 4 to 5. If you got a 4 or a 5, it would have been level 2. Level 2
Oh,
on.
right,
So I was
yeah.
thinking what would have been there, like, not a 4 to 5, maybe like a 1 to 3. I forgot what I judged in the moment. But I was like, if he basically takes the trauma, he's going to get a level 2 harm because it'll be like, I'm so fucking pissed off that I've been nearly killed. Like, I'm sick of this shit. Yeah. Like, I think that would have tied in quite nicely, so I wouldn't usually do that.
So what would it be? Like, vicious, maybe?
Like, whatever you would have done, but I think that would have pushed him over the edge.
Yeah.
Like, that would have been the push, that, like, he'd nearly been killed. You know, whereas, like, with this, he's like, I had it under control, kind of thing. Yeah. Not completely, but I had it.
So,
I'm going to put all mine in my playbook.
Oh, nice.
Because I'm going to start working towards, like, looking in a mirror.
What's that one?
You can always tell when someone's lying to you.
Yeah, that's awesome, that.
I think that one's...
you don't have any hunt, do you?
No, so you can see on the...
oh, yeah.
Well, you can see we don't have any hunt. We don't have any hunt, we don't have any survey between us.
Well, I can choose hunt or survey now. Survey seems more...
Which is more Thaddeus?
Well, I would have liked to do... I'd say survey. Especially with his military background.
Yeah.
What we've done recently.
Are you actually close to getting like 3 dice on your vice?
Yeah. that's empty though, so I get 2 more in here. I've got 3 more to put down. I just max that one out with 1. Jeez. So I literally roll like on average like 3 desperate rolls a game. Like.
Yeah, look at the stress difference tonight.
Yeah.
Like, look at the stress difference.
I might put all 3 in my playlist.
Sure left the body more like no face. Spit
2 in there. Okay. So I've just gone up on survey. So yeah,
survey, cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Survey is now 1.
Oh, Thadeus becomes such an all-rounder. Look at that, like 1-1-1. Nice.
He's a well-rounded individual.
We've got 3 insight.
It makes sense to be in a
prowess,
military.
2 resolve.
It makes sense to be in military. Like, you would have basic training, study and looking around and tinkering and fighting and being fancy.
I mean, yeah, my prowess went up so fast because I kept fighting in that last one.
Yeah.
And this one, I did that as well.
I've gone very specialist in resolve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you've always been the face.
It paid off in this score more than anything. Like, I doubt we would have went in if Thadeus was doing the talking. Like,
and of course, the more dice, the higher chance to crit. Like, you know, when you start rolling 3-4 dice, so you're pushing yourself and getting set up in devil's bargains, that's when you're really starting to crit then.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, 2 6s on 2 dice, not a great chance. It's still possible. On 3 and 4, it jumps up massively, man. Right, the Hawk is the crit itself.
We might level up, maybe. Acquire, product supply, execute clandestine covert sales, or secure a trap. No, we didn't do any of that.
No.
Contend with challenges above your current station.
Yeah, you're still level 0. You're still tier 0, so I mean, at the moment, that's always going to hit, but you are punching. Yeah, definitely.
We're punching.
What challenge? I guess the challenge is the magistrates?
Yeah, I would think I think it's probably 2, like, to get in and deal with them and, like, killing the guy, like, and dealing with it. I think it's a 2, personally, because you had the chance to get in.
Did we do it multiple times, though?
No, but I think for me, the challenge was getting in there, and the second was kidnapping the guy.
Yeah, it was kind of hard to kidnap him. I had to make a few.
And even like trying to sneak in the back room and stuff like that.
You contended with a demon.
I almost died as well. Like from
fair enough.
Like I don't know. It's up to you, Matt. Like
I think 2.
Okay. Bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one.
We did what we were asked to do. Ish.
Not in a professional manner.
Yeah, but he doesn't know it, does he? None of the body can go back to him. How's he gonna know that you killed the guy? Like, he said get rid of him, right? That was it.
Yeah.
Maybe 1.
If you wanted to be more specific about how we got rid of him.
I keep killing people as well.
I think you got a professional. I think it's a 1 person.
Yeah.
I do think that you are absolutely right, though. What you said last week, I think we are moving towards an ambitious reputation. Because I think this was pretty ambitious. Cause
like, I mean, once I start to get around to people like, fuck me, like, yeah, like the Silken News are hanging around the Centralia Club, like, and the rumour has it he did a hit for a judge, like, because that's how rumours spread, right? And, like, you know, Chinese whispers, it gets worse and worse, and, like, you know, what starts off as, hey, did you hear they were in the Centralia Club, and
I think the thing is, like, we went in there, maybe, obviously we had to sneak in there, we couldn't get under there in our own merits, but once we were in there, we behaved in a professional manner, in a way, well, Merrick did, I sort of, like, tried to get revenge, like, but he basically said, favours for favours. That's what business is.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Like, you do something with me, you get paid for it, and that's what we did.
This guy clearly had no qualms. He knew he had the wife and kids, and the judge Marcellus was like, "I want you to go into his house and burn the evidence, like, or get rid of him." Like he just had no qualms about doing it,
So yeah, one makes sense.
I think ambitious is something you'll be looking at soon.
Express the goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of the crew. There's a bit of conflict.
A bit of conflict, definitely the nature of the crew as well. Like I know it fell under your category, but it was like what you want for the crew. Of this is what I want to aspire to. Which I know is Merrick.
I usually see this experience trigger as being like the relationship between Merrick and Thadeus.
Yeah.
And I think that we expanded on that in terms of like me not understanding that your family's important.
Yeah, I love that. It's like, what's the problem?
Me, us. I mean, I try. It's kind of artificial in that, like, I gave you a devil's bargain that you were hiring like people who my son knew and stuff like that, which might cause problems for me like down the line.
That didn't have to be the case.
It didn't have to be the case. So I guess it's adding flavour to it in that.
I'd say that's probably one because those are the same thing. Like,
same
event. So
that's the conflict, the essential nature of the crew. You always mention stuff with the drugs, always, which I do quite like, and like the whole plan was trying to get the drugs in. It's like very much like it wasn't like it was a killer guy. It was like one to recall. I think definitely once.
Yeah, and we level it up.
Woo! What else we got? Is that's the last experience trigger?
Yeah.
Cool.
So you can take 2 crew upgrades,
or a special ability,
or spend 2 crew upgrades to get a gang, to get a cohort.
Should we get a doctor? Or should we get some...
I kind of want a doctor.
Because that's a specialist.
We've got a temporary use of thugs.
Yeah.
Do I have an idea of how long that's going to last?
Until the next downtime.
Till the next downtime. Wow.
So that's it gone.
So they're going to go.
So they've held it for this week, or this few days, this time. However long it's been. It says a significant portion of time, which is basically a score.
How big is a cohort?
Currently in your size, so a cohort's either an expert or a gang. An expert's 1 or 2 people. For a tier 0 gang, it'll be 1 or 2, and then it grows in size automatically. It grows.
I think we did that one that's -1 heat during downtime. City's elite. That sounds good though.
What else have you got? So you've got an ability upgrades you can have, so you can get plus of these. So you always got +1 or 2, better gear. Cohort, I mean you got permanent gang members. Your gang starts to grow. Or a doctor, or an expert. So the cohort is either a gang or an expert, or one of these, or an ability as well.
I like the idea of taking high society after what we just did.
Plus, so -1 heat during downtime and +1 dice to gather info about a city's elite.
Especially because that's the sort of direction we're going in. Try and get in with the elite.
Can do.
No.
I mean, we're gonna have issues when it comes to like, unless we spend our downtime activities on keeping these thugs, which is probably a good idea.
You get +1 dice for that now as well.
Okay.
And that would also mean you got a better chance of getting better thugs because you got an extra dice.
Okay, yeah.
Because you've already got them, it's easy to keep them.
Then I think we should take, we totally want to keep whatever his name was, your son's pet friend.
Paddy.
Totally want to keep Paddy. He's a good guy. Best of the bunch.
Merrick's like he's not going anywhere. His son's getting involved in the family business.
Paddy's getting a talking to next time.
He's a good guy.
I'm going to make an example of him.
I learned it by copying you.
High society.
Is it, you sure?
I think so.
Okay, we'll go high society then.
-heat is probably needed.
Yeah. So take -1 heat during downtime, and we get a +D to gather information about City Elite, which would have helped.
Oh, just permanent -1 hit that heat every time.
Because we've got contacts.
Yeah.
So like with your judge, we can say,
I guess thematically, like I'm spending a bit of time at the club every now and then.
Oh yeah, that's good actually, because you've got the key to go in there. So yeah, you're walking around.
That's going to reduce your heat a little bit. Yeah, it's nice because Brightstone counts hostile turf for doing the job.
Oh yeah. And if we want to do stuff for the elite, then we get a +D.
Nice. Awesome, guys. That's pretty good.
Yeah, we were very classy today for a little bit, and then we sort of reverted to type and blew someone's brains out. And I'm going to overrun that. I'm going to overrun that club with rats. That's what I decided. That's what Mary's going to do. Hoity-toity club. He's going to overrun it. With
Rats versus demons.
Yeah.
You've like.
You just the math.
Mary just,
Awesome,
sorry,
guys.
Thaddeus is not.
Thaddeus is not going back to that club.
Right.
Like I'm the club guy.
Okay, yes, cool.
Awesome, guys. Thank you for sticking around doing the XP. We do
My
appreciate
character
it.
sheet is so full of doodles.
Love it. Absolutely love it. So yeah, guys, you leveled up. High Society, the Hawker's crew, the Blackwater Exchange is getting more specialists.
Yes.
Awesome. Right, guys. Next week.
Yeah.
Next week.
See you then.
Thank you for sticking with us, guys. Have a great evening. We'll see you soon. Take care.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Love you.
Ever and on we go, never to learn or grow. Pillars of peace estranged. I guess some things never change.